A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dragons of Houston taking on the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Right to the air goes Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. But he's going to take a shot right away. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
I love the quick scope offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
To throw is Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dragons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. They find some open field here. And getting this just shy in midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Cook. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
17 yards.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, ETN. Well, he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Vikings in 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he works free. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. Right now, we're seeing a pretty good play of that happening.
Just when you want a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To throw, here's Nix. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Here's Nix. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now it's Nix. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That's caught by Chosen. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? If you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Gesicki 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nix to the air. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
It's second down.
Throwing Nix. This is caught by Tucker. They get 16 out of that one, but they still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Looking to throw. Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Dragons.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex in that. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
It's a gain of a yard. And the first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's right. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down, Houston.
Back to throw. Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
Brooks is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw. Nix. And down his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dragons have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing, Cook. Complete to Zacchaeus. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
It's a pickup of
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Cook. Zacchaeus here, holding it in. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Cook. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Complete to right. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Nix will try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14
They get
yards.
14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Nick's going to keep this himself. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Dragons.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Nick's looking to throw again. And he's able to get it down at the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
35-yard line.
To throw is Cook. A final shot before break. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we also have turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, and 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Back to throw. Cook. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cook. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cook. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was miles away right there. And that'll move it back within 6 now. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll go play action with Nix. That's caught by Tucker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
To throw is Nix. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Dragons.
Back to throw. Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because
picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That was a first down pickup of 8.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of
That's pretty much meat and
yards.
potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Gathering not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On the pickup. It's second and inches.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the Vikings are going to be set up with first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
First down.
Hunt, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now Cook. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Gesicki, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there. They'll
work the middle here with Wright. And room there to work it inside. inside the 25. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Cook. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught by Tucker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to run.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Nix from the shotgun. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. And look at this. They get the turnover they need. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Vikings. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Cook looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
The score, Dragons 32, Vikings 30.
I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. Let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
On third down, here's a run by Wright.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
74 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Jalen Wright,
29 yards.
and the Dragons are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here comes second down.
19 Tiger. Hey, beat.
Looking to throw. Cook. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That ball caught. It's chosen. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because
from 6 yards away.
And the Dragons have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Vikings 30.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Vikings
throwing. Cook. And this is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now Cook off the play fake. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And the Vikings first down.
Back to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Nix.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's Nix once more. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete, and threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now it's Nix. This is caught by Tucker.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,
God, go Bo Nix. Went out there and ate the ass. Go Bo Nix.
No idea what the top speed is on one of
Yes,
those
sir.
sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?
What the fuck, nah? You freak ass nigga, boy. I said, nah, he would go. Hell nah. He just acted an ass. He acted an ass.
Victories now after the week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.
That nigga ass was out there. Ooh, that's what I like. God damn. Hey, y'all kick that nigga for real?
They too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they will try to get back and things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, that shit did a lay overlook. Yeah, it looked like his kicker was just slow as hell at kicking it. He just ran in there. Just got in there, whole shit. Like, who the fuck the Bears? Who the fuck the Bears? Who the fuck the Bears? This nigga put up 79 points, G. No, it wasn't no stat game because it looked like it was still close. 79 to 61. Hey, we don't get player of the week. Damn. Bro, that nigga Kyler Murray had 10 tutties. Oh my god. What the fuck? Nigga, what the fuck?
Check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, hey, all my hot girls yelling, bring them out, hey, all the dope boys yelling, bring them out, hey.
Damn, I hope Dono play because I got his ass Knicks at advance. nigga on 2K? What nigga?